Coach Van Gundy, with these two bigs, I know this is a matchup you in particular are very excited about.
Yeah, Kevin, this really feels like a throwback matchup to me. With this style of game, running it through the centers, I feel like I should be on the sideline yelling at these guys.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in the point. Now here's Edwards. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. 5 on the clock. 7-foot shot. Randall no good. And here is Garland. To the inside. Mobley. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Sometimes basketball is a simple game. Get that ball to Evan Mobley inside, and good things will happen.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 12 points his last outing. Nifty move. And finished off by Edwards.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
The key thing, Coach, that Dante DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others, and I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Dante DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now, here's Mobley. His last outing with 20 points. Pass to Tyson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Randall, a screen on Garland. Here's DiVincenzo. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He knew he was going to take the bump. DiVincenzo converted anyway. That's just tremendous focus.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game. Pass to Garland. And another miss by Cleveland. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 1. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, the Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether two big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thanks. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Randall. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Reed against Wade. Mitchell right side. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is disengaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
Reed gets the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Now, here's Mitchell. Following the miss by Michael Conley. Shots good by Mitchell.
And Mitchell is a flat-out scorer of the basketball. He loves doing it in a variety of ways.
Outside Edwards. They get it back, and Reed throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Now Conley, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Outside, Reed. And the three ball is good. Reed's got 7 points in the game.
Well, Reed has only become more confident as time has gone on at the arc. He will not hesitate.
Hunter against McDaniel. Mobley a screen on McDaniel. Hunter no good. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
The wing set for him, Mitchell and Hunter. Wade out there with Nance. And it's Merrill in at the point guard position. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change. But your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
Now here's Conley following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Dillingham, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Pass to Merrill. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And Cleveland making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 9. And here's Randall. Back to Conley. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Another miss by Minnesota. Dan Nasri is a much beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasri, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and yeah, the charisma on top of all the skill.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Let's give a huge Cleveland welcome to the Timberwolves squad.
some changes. Garland comes in for Mitchell, and it's Lonzo Ball in for Thomas Bryant. And then for Minnesota, McDaniels, he's checked in for Clark. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Dillingham. Minnesota with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Back to Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. 6 to shoot. Edwards loves it in there.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Greg, last season, the Cavaliers with 64 wins. That's the 3rd most in franchise history.
But crushing disappointment, then losing in the second round. They knew they'd be criticized and acknowledged they need to be tougher mentally.
And he makes that one. Garland's got his first bucket of the night.
And what you like about Garland, his ability to make the adjustment inside.
Now Edwards. He's got 6. McDaniels sets a screen for Edwards. And the 3 off target. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. 6-point game. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And a lot of that was game plan, putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
And that was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
Wade with the block. Ball the pass to Hunter. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. And now just a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Darius Garland, he's a true point guard. He said, I try to get everybody involved. That's how I grew up. My dad always said, play the right way and it'll come back to you. But with this kind of shooting touch, the Cavaliers have asked him to look for his own offense a bit more. Back to you.
Yep, more than capable. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Now, here's Garland. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Here's Wade. He gets that one.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Outside Edwards. Outside Conley. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Merritt. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. Pass the ball. Stolen by McDaniels. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Edwards. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Randle. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Garland looking it over. Loads it up there for Mobley. It's stolen by Edwards. From deep 3-point territory. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Minnesota on top. They lead by 5. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I have Kenny Atkinson alongside. Coach, I hear you tell the team, limit their easy baskets. How do you create some easy ones in your own right?
Well, first, to get out and transition ourselves. I think we're walking the ball up, and I think their defense is set. We can't create anything when their defense is set.
All right, got to get them moving. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I'm impressed they're still in this. They've done some good things tonight, but the three-point shooting is not one of them.
And that could bode well for them in the second half.
And now an opportunity to check out the old social media feed. Master Funkman asks if you could harness the power from one of your former team's nicknames, which would it be?
Well, that's easy for me. The Kings. They have a lot of power, but I'm gonna probably go with the Rockets because I could fly at a very high speed.
That's easy. I'll take the Magic because my powers would be limitless.
Good choices. I'm not sure what kind of powers you'd be getting if you went with the Lakers.
Maybe take out my yacht.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003. Soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. Now Garland, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Randall against Allen. Randall surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. Outside Edwards. The 3. Edwards drills the 3.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Mitchell outside. Back to Garland. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Garland's got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Allen, a screen on McDaniel. Allen's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
And when Ant gets to his spot in the mid-range, there aren't a lot of options for defense.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Down low. And there's Mobley, and that's good on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves leading by 5. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now just a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Randall no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Inside, it's stolen by Gobert, and they're on the break. McDaniels left side. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Feed away. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
It's stolen by Edwards. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Stolen by Mitchell. All by himself. Garland with it. Now defended by Randall. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
McDaniels finds Randall. Now to end the drought. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Back to Garland. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. Outside Garland. Pass to Allen. Now, here's Mobley. He's defended by Randall. For the lead, 1 second left. And that one drops for him. Mobley's got 4 this quarter. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Cavaliers lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Lonzo Ball. Wade out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's Merrill in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now Randall, following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Conley finds Clark. Now Randall. Clock at 6. Dillingham with the bucket.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become a necessity in this league.
Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Hunter. Lets it go with the 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Randall no good.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Now here is Conley. Pass to Dillingham. Randall, a screen on Mitchell. And here's Conley outside. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Now, here's Hunter. Here's Ball. Over Conley. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Dillingham with it. Outside Conley. Puts up the 3. 3. Good.
Well, look, Conley's known as a great passer, but he's also a fantastic 3-point shooter.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Edwards has come in for Dillingham. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
All right, Allie, thanks. He gets it to go.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Now Gobert. Randall left side.
Well, this is how difficult it is to stop Randall. When he's committed to scoring, sometimes you just have to foul him.
Shooting for Minnesota, Julius Randle at the line for 2.
First free throw is good.
Well, you like the steadying presence a guy like Julius Randle gives a team. He's a reliable and experienced player others can lean on out there.
That one is no good. And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. Here's Mobley. And there's the dunk.
And with lots of big game experience, Mobley knows how to get it done in crunch time.
The Timberwolves leading. Edwards looking it over. And stolen by Mobley. And here we go. Fast break. Mobley's got it. And that's in there.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
Oh, here's Edwards. A three-pointer. Good.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Here's Edwards. Now DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. From deep. And it's off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Mobley inside. Defended by Gobert.
Stellar defense. Gobert will have him thinking twice about bringing it inside again.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Edwards against Mitchell. Here's DiVincenzo. Green from outside.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now, here's Garland. Now Mobley. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
And now, please welcome to the court, the powerhouse big team.
Four seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Garland. It's Allen, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Garland.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Taking 2 shots.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
It's stolen by Edwards. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
14 foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented, and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it.